Hi everybody. Welcome to another Voting Yogis recap. This is probably the last recap. It's the last week of this series, but I'm so grateful that we've had this opportunity. If you don't know, Voting Yogis is a weekly yoga class that is dedicated to learning from the wisdom of yoga philosophy and then applying that wisdom to campaigns and politics. And so its intention is, if you're already working on campaigns and politics as a volunteer, staff, whatever, that it can help create a deeper connection, a deeper meaning to the work that you're already doing. And if you are more interested in yoga, we've provided a lot of really amazing opportunities to get to know some awesome candidates and organizations who are doing great work here in Indiana. We've had Attorney General candidate Jonathan Weinzapfel, our Lieutenant Governor candidate Linda Lawson, Christina Hale for Congress, Ashley Eason, my friend, for Indiana State Senate, the organization Women for Change, and even more. So we've been able to raise money for these people, get people connected to them, learn about what they do. And so I'm really grateful for that opportunity. Speaking of gratitude, that is our theme for this week, because as we go into these next 3 days, we really need to be at our very best. I mean, our very best in our heads, in our bodies. And so one of the best ways to do that, one of the best paths to being in our own best place is through gratitude. And so, luckily over the years, there's been a lot of research and science that has backed that up. But some of the roots in gratitude and yoga come from the Bhagavad Gita, one of the a very important text to yoga philosophy. And in the Bhagavad Gita, they said, whatever is coming to you, you should have some level of contentment. And with some level of contentment comes gratitude. So there are social and physical and psychological benefits that have been scientifically proven in, really kind of practicing gratitude, but it can also make us more resilient as people, and that's for a couple different reasons. For one, positive emotions. So think gratitude, love, those are pretty much the two highest. Positive emotions help us to really open our minds and to be creative. And so that's one reason why it makes us more resilient. And the other one is because those having a grateful mindset can help us be in a place where we're more likely to seek help from others. And if we haven't learned anything else from this year, it's that we're all in this together. So it's a really good time to be seeking help from others, whether it's via Zoom or, a text conversation with friends, or in any other ways. There's been countless opportunities to help others this year, and we've all needed help at times this year. So those are some reasons to practice gratitude, but I'm going to kind of nerd out a little bit, and this is just barely skimming the surface. But one of the things I find most fascinating about it is that gratitude can actually increase your alpha brain wavelength input. And so again, there's lots and lots and lots of studies and research on that, but essentially when you have your alpha brain wavelength, it's kind of going like this, like kind of slow and steady, whereas anxiety might be like, kind of all over the place. And so, we really want that kind of calm and steady brain action going. And so when people say, hey, get on my wavelength, or anything like that, there's actually some scientific backing to it. And so as we move into these next several days, we want to be on a high wavelength, right? We want to be our best selves. We want to bring our best selves to the table. So that's why this is a gratitude practice. And we'll go ahead and get started. So we're going to start with kind of a short but meaningful gratitude meditation. And then we're going to do just a little bit of work on in yoga, and it's mostly going to be on our shoulders because a lot of people hold shoulder, they're stressed in their shoulders and their backs. I know I do. So a little bit of shoulder work and a resting posture. So hope you can hang out with us here for a minute. So I just invite you now to close your eyes and just listen to my voice. Starting to breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. And then I want you to start to think about maybe a candidate that you care about this election day, maybe a cause that's most important to you. Just what's going to be on your heart this election day? What are you really, what do you care about the most? And just focus on that thing and continue breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. Next, I want you to think about, if you're talking about a candidate or a cause, think about if it's a cause, think about the leaders, whether you know them or not, the people who have advanced those causes to the points where they are now, and just be grateful for the life of the candidate and those leaders. Grateful that they were born. Grateful that they made decisions in their lives that got them to this point today, that have gotten them to where they are. Grateful that they said yes to the challenges that these issues and these campaigns present. And just still breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. Just with each breath in, imagine your heart expanding inside of your chest. Feeling so much love and gratitude for the mere existence of the people and the causes we want to succeed. And then we're going to bring our focus to ourselves. I'm just going to be grateful that we're right here, right now. We're going to be grateful that we were born, that we're alive. We're going to be grateful for all of the blessings we've had in our lives. Grateful for everything that makes us, us. And then we're going to combine those two and just really think about what it is that drew you to that candidate or that cause. What made it important to you, and be grateful that something, that the way the world connected brought you to that cause. Be grateful that it's on your heart. Be grateful that you care about something so much. And be grateful for whatever it was that led up in your life to you to say yes to these moments, to these candidates, to these issues. What brought you together? With our next inhale, we're going to expand our chest, taking a big breath in, feeling like our heart's growing inside of us. And as we exhale, we're going to breathe out of our mouth with a sigh, releasing it to the world. With our next inhale, we'll breathe in, breathing in gratitude, letting it fill our lungs, fill our chest, fill our body. And then releasing with a sigh, breathing it out into the world. Inhaling through our nose, expanding our chest, expanding our hearts. Breathing gratitude into our body. And releasing with a sigh, letting it out to the world. You can start to slowly open your eyes, and from here we're going to inhale, lifting our shoulders up to our ears, and then exhale, rolling our shoulders down our back. Inhaling forward and up, exhaling down and back, taking about one more shoulder roll going backwards, and then just letting your shoulders come back to a neutral, easy position. With our next inhale, we'll bring our shoulders up to our ears, and then we'll exhale, rolling forward and down. So we're reversing the direction of these shoulder rolls, matching our breath to our movement. Taking about one more going forward. And then releasing your shoulders, letting them come back to a neutral, easy position in your back. So I'm gonna go hop onto the mat, but you can do this right where you are. So we're just gonna start in a tabletop position, and in tabletop, we've got our wrists beneath our shoulders, our knees are beneath our thighs, our knees are beneath our hips, And connect with our breath here in tabletop, breathing in through our nose and out through our nose. On our next inhale, we're going to take our right arm and extend our right arm up toward the ceiling. As we exhale, we're going to thread our right arm underneath our left arm, letting our head come to the mat, letting our shoulder rest on the mat, and connecting with our breath here, breathing in through our nose and out through our nose, just in this gentle shoulder stretch. With our next inhale, we're going to push into our left hand, lifting our right arm back up toward the ceiling, and then exhaling our hand back down to the mat. As we inhale, we're going to lift our left arm up to the ceiling. As we exhale, we're going to thread our left arm underneath our right arm, allowing our head to come to the mat, letting our shoulder rest on the mat, and reconnecting with our breath, breathing in through our nose and out through our nose. With your next inhale, put pressure into your right hand as you lift your left arm back up to the ceiling, and then exhale, bringing your hand back down to the floor. From here, we're going to take our knees out a little bit wide. You can let your big toes touch behind you, and let your hips sink back towards your heels as you extend your arms out in front of your body, finding child's pose. In child's pose, allow your head to rest on the mat, and reconnect with your breath, breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. Reconnecting with your intention, with whatever it is that you're grateful for in this posture. Inhaling to climb back up onto hands and knees and tabletop. And then from here, we're just going to take a seat to finish this short practice. So bring our hands to our knees. Reconnect with our breath, breathing in through our nose and out through our nose. Reconnecting with the gratitude that we feel for these people and these causes that we care so much about, connecting with the gratitude that we feel for ourselves, for being involved, for caring, for pushing along the progress needed in each of these areas. With our next inhale, we'll lift our arms up above our head. And as we exhale, we'll bring our hands to our heart center. We'll bow our head to seal our practice. The word namaste means that the light and goodness in me sees and honors the light and goodness in all of you. Namaste. Thanks again for a great Voting Yogis series, for all this time you've spent with me. I hope you have a good election day, and I feel free to reach out to me anytime when it comes to questions with this material or other stuff. So I'm always around. I'll catch you soon.